Yes, thank you once again. Like, share, and subscribe. 99.9 Eastside Chronicles with DJ Doctor Who. Love, peace, and happiness. We got some dope art, the raw news, some raw music, the hip-hop historian. Live, 99.9. Yes, unfortunately, we won't have a conversation corner this week. The Invisible Woman is on some intergalactic business, so she couldn't be here. She'll be flown through though. And the rest of my pistol friends. Tune in. Thank you for tuning in to 99.9 with the Hip Hop Historian. Being it's Black History Month, we want extra love, extra peace, extra joy, happiness, growth, and endurance to shine on. Check this joint out. On the old school, digging in the crates and tape type deals.
For the road down, the road down. You ready for that boat down? The road down. We into the zone, get it on home. What's going down? 99.9 won't steer you wrong. Yeah, we come with the worldwide thing. Get you in the zone with the fuck another thing. And here we on the ground, get on down, get them in the house now. What you wanna do, clown? Who you gonna hit? Who you gonna hit? I don't even hear that. Middle finger click shit that you can't stop. Cause we're popping on your block.
It's motherfucking beat party on the time. 99.9 shit similar to Too Short. You know, it was kids bitch up in the motherfucking winter time. She can melt ice, real life like rolling 7 on the motherfucking ice. They waste your motherfucking hair back, yo, I'm saying, you know that bitch made me wanna hit that. Her shit was even fat like a full front dime sack. My body all over her body, I'm doing her, she doing me. Feeling emotional power, I'm making love up in the shower for countless hours. We kissing underneath the rainfall, sounding like this. And she can wear up in the motherfucking mall. She beat me, then I tell her that I'm missing her like Aaron Hall. Don't worry, baby girl, I make the motherfucking rainfall. I'm the nigga with the motherfucking game. Fuck you motherfucking names, this nigga got mad game. Clear it out,
It's the venom on the track, what you wanna do, Pong? You ready for the Buddha? The road to Buddha? You ready for the Buddha? The road to Buddha. You see how the queen of hearts attack when you hit the part that the black would hold back. Motherfuckers what we will hit you with the love. Many motherfuckers wanna get a dub. Stack of the trees, never listen to this motherfucking money. Fame it, damn and understand it. Put up on the skills. I'm going like a diamond to feel your father. I'm with the venom, goddamn it, venom. Now how many motherfuckers looking for ideals? Moving holding us back, moving our way on the track. Goddamn, I smoke the herbs and wanna peel back your cap. But I can do it on the mic all night, all on the night. I got it right, and you can't even do it like we do. Motherfucker, we gonna write this shit down after we go. Now how the hell you gonna get it?
it's the motherfucking venom approaching. See, it ain't hard to notice me. It's the L-I-L-V. Rock the gray hat with the D. Bowdy like Master P. Baby, what the fuck you wanna do? Throw the motherfucking hands up. Fuck that shit, nigga. Throw the fucking guns up. Cause it's easy for us to be bust. Fucking with us, it's kinda strange to us. You hating on us because I went from like rockin' white gators. I see you haters. Fuck you fucking infiltrators. I up the motherfucking clock and rain down bullets like raindrops. And this shit won't ever stop cause the nigga crazy. Kicking shit like hip-hop. You motherfuckers don't drop tonight. Beat the motherfucking night. Nigga be about to take flight. Yeah, baby.
99.9 tonight. You ready for the food dog? The road to food dog. You ready for the food dog? The road to food dog.
Yeah.
Exhale when I get up on the rails and I know that my heart want the shit that'll make them wanna feel their own chest. What you gonna do? Set the meal. Goddamn it, feel the feel. And then I sack. Ha ha. What's on your back? Pistol, fucking black. And then I throw. Shoot with the things that I do. Creation. Because academic is my stimulation. Motivation of the greatest 9 months. Okay, goddamn it, now spark the blunts. And then we through. What you wanna do is the food. The food you can look about too. When the ugly, when the kind of different hits you like the ship. Go back in time on this bitch. You ready for the food?
Turn the motherfucking bass up and let it bump this motherfucking shit. Beat the motherfucking skunk. Fly like motherfucking weed. Best believe we strapped indeed. Motherfucker don't get out of hand. These motherfuckers like here, we ain't playing. We like the motherfuckers with our right hand, where it be heavy like a bear paw, ripping through your motherfucking body like a saw. Rearrange your whole motherfucking face. Have your ass looking like Bumwa. Me and B, you feel raw. Can't go to sleep at night like Freddy. I'll get you so receptive before I be a nightmare on your street.
You ready for the Buddha? The Rhoda fucking Buddha. Is you ready for the Buddha? 99.9. Broadcasting live.
Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want me on the boat like a Haitian. Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want me on the boat like a Haitian. Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want me on the boat like a Haitian.
See what the chains have done to my brain. 9,000 miles up in the stain. Slavery will never leave my pulse. You don't understand the way we thought. We all were spiritual, lyrical. We were the miracles. I mean, inclined with the stars and all. Oh, the pyramids, oasis, y'all. Somehow it was snatched. Somehow I cannot find that part of my mind to bring me back. Because I'm in a nation full of extreme discrimination.
Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want me on the boat like a Haitian. Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want me on the boat like a Haitian. Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want me on the boat like a Haitian. Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want me on the boat like a African.
Yes, oh no, strong and pure. Black, not full of no manure. Yes, equator is where I lie. Sun always shine, it frees my mind. Third eye inclined, but you don't care. You brought me here and cut off all my hair. You tell me this and you tell me that. Bush is full of all the facts. I don't buy that, I won't eat that. It's like swine, we don't feed that to the temple because it's pure extreme discrimination. Boy, what you do? Not enough. Extreme discrimination on the block is rough. A concrete jungle, well we trained just to rumble and rambo. Guns that have taken the places of spears, but we don't hunt anymore, hunt up here. And that's not civilized, that's savage. What do you manage?
Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want me on the board like a Haitian. Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want me on the board like a Haitian. Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want me on the board like a Haitian. Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want me on the board in this
See, I've taught
nation.
myself to hold back. I've taught myself not to be black. I taught myself not to be strong. Just so me and Cajun can get along. We're Caucasian. You caucus mountains dweller. You were exiled. You wasn't the righteous fella. I was basking up in the sun, collecting energy from number one. Now mama was 2 and I was to be 3. Save mama from the wicked seed that we would create in the midst of this. They scream discriminating. I don't understand. I'm from on my clan. It's not the Ku Klux we ban. You all know burn a cross up in my yard. You're talking about you praising the God. Well, we don't follow that. We will throttle that. Fifth on gear. That's truth all up in your ear. You scream discrimination in my nation. They got me jumping on the boat like I'm an Asian.
Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want we on the board like a Asian. Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want we on the board like a Asian. Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want we on the board like a Asian. Extreme discrimination in this a nation. Want we on the board like a
J. Doctor Who. In a minute, the news. Who knows?
Now who gonna spawn for what? For me to recite on the mic. Wait till I get the red light. They got niggas be like, damn, we on the mic again? All I see is that red light and the fucking train. Yeah, we burning up y'all motherfuckers. What funky? Now who you gonna tell and who you gonna call? Cause Ghostbusters don't come for niggas like us, Paul. We been here since day one and we ain't going nowhere. Look at y'all niggas trying to figure out where the fuck you at.
Today we featuring the brother Chicago's defense on the music side. Understand? Right. Float. You know what I'm saying? 99.9 Tucson's Network at the Hip Hop Historian. Learn something. Yes! You've tuned in to another episode of the Hip Hop Historian. We are embarking on hip hop's 50th birthday. I remember the great KRS said that 50 years ago. No, it was in the 80s, but it's Black History Month episode, hip hop history episode. You know what I'm saying? We making history with hip hop. Now, rap is a branch of hip hop. Don't get it twisted and misconstrued. Graffiti is a branch of hip hop. Mixing is a branch of hip hop. Microphone controlling is a branch of hip hop. And this is the news. Guess what's making head spins? The scientists say the Earth's inner core has changed its whole rotation. So, in other words, the way you thought you was going is not the way you're going to go in the universe because it's electromagnetic. I don't want to teach too much. I'm just here to give you some news. Great brother where you can find out about a lot sciences of the Earth and the universe is the brother 19 Keys. Unfortunately, he's not in the promos today, but he gets a shout out anyway. Now, back to the core of the planet. The core of our planet is made up of an outer layer of liquid metal and an inner core of solid metal that is about 70% the size of the moon. It's generally believed that the core rotates counterclockwise when viewed from the North Pole, like the rest of the planet Earth. But a study analyzing systematic wave data over the past 60 years by researchers at Peking University in China has concluded that the core's rotation stopped around the year 2009 and then restarted in the opposite direction. That's wisdom born to all those who do the math. So we in this wisdom stage of age. 2009 was a upside down year for myself as well. That's when I fell off. But we ain't gonna get into that right now. We think that the core is relative to the surface of the earth, rotating in one direction and then the other, like a swing. A complete circle in one direction and then the other of this swing is about 70 years, they added. According to the researchers, the last rotation change before 2009 would occur in the early 1970s, and the next will take place in the mid 2040s. Ain't that something? That's when I came in and that's when I fell off. But we still building though, you know what I'm saying? So knowledge this. Since the Invisible Woman isn't here today, I'm gonna do some gossip for you. She said she didn't even want to talk about this, but ABC breaks up with Amy Robach and TJ Holmes over an off-camera affair. How does your boss tell you who you can get intimate with if it's not affecting performance in the workplace? Their role in the workplace is to be coinciding anchors. So how could them knowing each other intimately mess that up initially? Not to where you fire them, just, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I understand workplace have guidelines and all those things of that nature. But they then committed over years of talent. You couldn't just put them on different shows if you didn't want the intimacy to interact with whatever y'all was doing. Cause I mean, y'all be playing on the news channels anyway, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother different story. You need to also check out my man, Eye on You TV. He says the greatest channel in the world. I say we the greatest network in the world, 99.9 institutionalized network. I'm an inventive naturalist teaching you the treacherous intents of natural American larceny, induced overzealously everyday directly. They mean they are hyper to teach you how to be a larcen in America. We've been institutionalized since my man Dice came to me with the institutionalized. I said institutionalized, he was locked up. So he was institutionalized and I was institutionalized. I remember my man Saquon down south had a buddy who told me that ain't no word. I said, well, I'll define it then. And that was into the tech. That's when I became the tech. But that's a whole, they're my college years. You know what I'm saying? In the south. Went to the south. I wasn't enrolled in the school, but I was at college. The floater. That kid Tech 9. Now, onto some world news. Putin still been getting shipments of microchips for military access. Bans and restrictions were put for products for military use and exports of foreign origin, such as semiconductors and other advanced technologies. Sanctioning them was an early focus for the U.S. and its allies. While Russia imports integrated circuits significantly declined, Moscow has managed to reestablish a network of suppliers in non-sanctioned countries. And they're getting some from China and Hong Kong, regardless of the sanctions. Don't forget, you got to keep putting all the pieces together with the puzzle. And another great brother to get some knowledge from, Billy Carson, said they fighting over the resources. I say they fighting over Africa and the resources. So I don't feel like I'm out of whack with that. He has a much more research genre. I'm a Google kid right now, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully we'll get past that and get to some more depth research, and I may one day even see some great tablets or unroll a scroll besides the third eye scroll that I unroll for you people. On to the next topics. I'm gonna give you one more deal on Earth in its core. every 20 to 30 years it changes rotation. So that means nothing is constant here in this universe except the truth, which is the power and the strongest force. And the water. And the fire. And the gases. Don't limit yourself. Water is magnificent. But regardless of sharing life, it changes forms. It's a liquid, solid, and a gas. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a body. Kind of like we are made up of water. Here's a fun fact for those. Like I said, I got to be informative. Don't forget to check the art though. But here's a fun fact. Our blood is blue. The oxygen in the air turns it red. We're multi-talented, man. Multi-combined. Now here goes a scandal. Many bottles of Fireball cinnamon don't actually contain whiskey. They just filed a lawsuit on that. So if you be out and about and you see a little Fireball, think you're finna get some whiskey, you're actually drinking a malt liquor that tastes like whiskey. See what they're doing? They're mixing. They're doing some hell of mixing. Another thing for great hip hop. Have you noticed how when hip hop first came out in the early 70s, in the great 80s, not accepted in the mainstream at all. Now every commercial got some hip hop. I'm just gonna leave that right there. Every commercial got some hip hop. They filed a lawsuit on January the 7th for them perpetrating. And that seems to be the way out for most things when you find it unsatisfactory. But I'm tired of me myself even having the thought and the theory where I got to go to them and tell on them to them. Take that to heart. Why? Once you notice something wrong, you are not able to act. You gotta go talk to them about them. And if they don't like it, then they get to do what they want to do, and you get to sit your country ass down, like they say on Main Street. Check that out. You know Marcus, YouTube. See, man, it's Black History Month, man. So I'm promoting my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Regardless to whatever they do. Please don't forget, if you're a reader, to check out Rizza Islam's Message to the Millenniums, Zoe Williams, all his interactions with relationships. He got the toxic relationship books and all that old good stuff right there, like that right there, right there. Go on Spotify, check out my man's The One and Only Black. I ain't finna do too many more promos right now, but check out Dada Stone on SoundCloud and check out Chicago Defense on YouTube. And don't forget to go check out Tretch and Big Daddy Kane in the new Jack City live on stage, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's the good. They floating around with it. So catch it in your town. I throw a little picture of a little promo, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hip hop has taken it all the way to the screen. And that's great for them to go and pull off the play deal. You know what I'm saying? With Ice-T in the background, he was the hip hop that took it to the screen, and then they double backed with it and put it on the stage. Because, you know, a lot of people like more of a sit back, play type atmosphere. I enjoy that as well. And you're going to be civilized at the play. Sometimes people don't know how to act at the movies. They won't never shut up. You can't hear nothing. And then if you tell them, they feel like you're wrong. But didn't I just pay to listen to them on the screen, not you? And saddening news. The quote the great Scarface, I'm sick of seeing my natives being short-stopped by a $1.05 kicking the booty ass cop. I got a song about it. I'll probably play it for y'all. But the 5 brothers that they arrested for beating down Tyree Nichols. I was trying to get the video in, you know what I'm saying? I'm old school, I'm hip hop, I still got tapes. Look, I got tapes sitting on the desk, you know what I'm saying? And I can play them though, and put them on my computer, so you better be smart with whatever you do. If you can upgrade, get upgrade. Don't be stubborn like that. But whether I get the video or not, you can go online and look at it. And it's a classic case of police pull over. You know what I'm saying? That's not even out of the ordinary for me to see that. I mean, as a youth coming up in this Chicago area, I've seen the police and been a victim of police doing horrific things to young black men, adolescents, everything. I remember one day, I'm just gonna tell one story right now. We could do a whole police thing, probably with some of my people, some of the brothers and the sisters on the Zoom type there. We could just do a whole police panel. But I witnessed a brother when I was coming up get picked up by his ankles and kicked in his, you digs, his scrotum side, just for being outside. See, the police do things like that to black people who are just trying to get home. My man got a song, Blessed is the Day. He's just trying to get home. That's all he was saying. That's all I heard Tyree Nichols saying on the video. I'm just trying to go home, man. I ain't messing with nobody. Now the stories that's floating around is he was dancing with somebody who was not still in a relationship with one of these officers. He allegedly then took a picture and sent it to her like, here go your dude. Here go your dude. He upside down. Me and my guys got at him. So, shouldn't be bragging about all the things you do neither. That's upside down, because just take that in the heart. My man Wesley King had a Facebook deal about that. Be careful about what you be saying out your mouth, because you pick them words, and you can't act like you don't. You see what I'm saying? That's a trend that goes around with your parents and all that. People love lying to their peoples for some reason and acting like it's impossible to be caught in your lie. And then when you do get caught in your lie, you get hysterical and aggravated because you was on some bullshit. Back to the news. It's bigger than chat. Google is making artificial intelligence to make music. It's called Music LM. It can produce music in any genre from a text. They're trying to say that it's going to be messing with copyright infringements or anything like that, but they want it's to make music, you know what I'm saying? They're making music so easy to make because everyone wants to do it. I still appreciate the grind when we got to sample and make sure it sound right. You got to count it and all that, you know, because that be your heart in that. But go and play your games. If it elevates your mind, then I'll assist to shine. But if it's just bull, I'm gonna flush it for real, boy. The tech giant has chosen against to make this system publicly available. So they keep making things that you don't have access to, but they have access to. As far as the tech giants, they saying the algorithm can produce songs that make sense for description of substantially complexity after being trained on a database of 200,000 hours of music. It can build on existing melodies, whether they're whistled, hummed, sung, or played on an instrument. In other words, it's an enhances device for music. I mean, only deal they got with that is the copyright issues. So you can't really say you made it. So how you gonna get paid off of it if you're using that? How about it? There was a black woman refused service at an Oregon gas station and awarded $1 million in the discrimination suit. See, I mean, hats off, okay, but it seems to me like with these discrimination situations, they're not changing the mentality of the people, you know. So they gave you $1 million. Now you can come party with us is basically what they said, but you still gotta watch where you go when you party because it's some places you can't do stuff at, whether you want to realize it or understand it or not. And they're not here to explain it. They're not gonna explain it to you. They just gonna tell you you can't do it. It's sad, but it's the truth. That's back to the secrecy of things. She stopped at Jackson's food store in Bivington, Oregon to get her gas pump. She said that the attendant, Nigel Powers, disregarded her after she tried to get his attention several times, filling up for other cars and drove into the station after her. In other words, they let her sit there with no gas and served everybody else. Typical American way. It's actually real sad, though, man. It's real sad the way that this country has no regard for life. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a black life. A substitute teacher arrested. He urged students to fight and recorded. He made his own fight night with the kids in the classroom. And this is where you've elected to send your children to people that you don't know, that don't know you, and you want them to be able to instruct your child on how to be greater in a world full of pretenders. Because that's what I see. A lot of people are pretending to care, pretending to be there, and can't wait to see you destroy our country. Tears of thee. Love for Black history. Hold on, y'all. Y'all let me start without my black cat on the scene. I said Thundercat, but it's a black cat. You see it, it's black. It didn't even come like that. We created it. You understand how it goes? Ain't it still shining? Ain't it still brilliant? But what I seen was what was supposed to be projected out from me. A lot of us are projecting things out from people that we don't know and we haven't seen and haven't seen us and have no idea of our true inner being. That's what I'm saying about the police, you know what I'm saying? Why would he care? You see, the hypocrisy has been that we're all connected as gods, as created children, and that's why we all care. That's not the case. As it's been shown, cut on TV and see how much they didn't care about them other God children. On to some more not caring about God's creation. The Namibia rhino poaching surged 93% in 2022. So in other words, everybody mental that's chasing after these rhinos and killing them, already knowing that they extinct. After a pandemic and everyone almost dies, you go out and kill some more God's creations. we stay as far as with our mind on this planet. The number of endangered rhinos poached in Namibia reached an all-time high last year after 87 animals were killed compared to 45 in 2021. So they went from 50 to 100 right quick, you know what I'm saying? That's how you write. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody do math. You round it out. 45 is 50. 87. That's 100. It's 90, but that's 100. The African rhino population has been decimated over the decades to feed demand for rhino horn, which is, despite being made of the same stuff as rhino hair and fingernails, is prized in East Asia and is supposed to be some type of medicine, and they use it for jewelry as well. Hey, trinkets and healing. But if it has the same material as the hair, why not just get some hair? I mean, the same DNA makeup or the chemicals in the hair, why not take the hair, reproduce that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could just go shave them and get the same properties. That's what they're saying. I mean, that's not what they're saying, but they say they have the same properties. You might have to do more. I suppose you have to do more work in the lab, and you know, the scientists in control are not into that. The Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism spoke. Romeo Mauda said poachers killed 61 black and 26 white rhinos. It's like these killers, we're on a planet full of killers. Don't get it misconstrued. Even the nice vegans with all their cute stuff, they kill us too. The plant's alive. Like I said when I started this about the rhino, because I'm finna get off, it's just heart-wrenching. On to some more killing of the creators' creations with no regard. On to some positive things that's being done in the wake of death, because, I mean, that's how we survive. Stop lying to yourself. Planet power. Scientists generate electricity from a shrub and renewable breakthroughs. I mean, they can continue on with it. They're going to grow and get some things done with plant energy. But look, to me, it's a long process. Why not just go to the mountains and get the electric rocks? Because we're not worthy of electric rocks. Yeah. The scientists that are hired to oversee projects are going to build with the electric rocks. We may get the electric rocks in 3,000 or something. The electric earth. The earth generates power. Understand it. So do you. You're a conductor. You're supposed to collect and regenerate and distribute. Most just take. As the world transitions to renewable energy sources, wind turbines and solar panels are increasing commonly as a sight. But could we one day harness plants as well as wind and solar to generate clean power? It might seem like that stuff is sci-fi, but scientists have successfully used a sufficient plant to create a living bisolar cell that runs on photosynthesis. So this is literal. We have green energy. But like I said, you gotta stay on the knowledge. You gotta get on the knowledge deck. To go in the lab and play with the plants is wonderful, but if I could just take the circuit and put it on this piece of earth, why are you guys dragging this out now? But it's wonderful. Don't get me wrong. Those for the people who like to kill plants. Why we can't take some dead earth and make life instead of taking life to make life? Now, I say that because water, fossil fuels, and decarbonizing travel are the key to the climate issues. Climate change is one of the most significant issues in 2023, both for our pledges made and the curb and its impact. Funding for vulnerable countries, biodiversity conference, and landmarks for nature. Those are the things that they're going to be trying to preserve and keep going to stop the climate change. But they can stop all the fossil fuels in order if they give us the electric rights. You see? But where will Europe get its supply? Henceforth, that may be exactly what this war is over. The UK is running out of energy and fossil fuels. Are contaminating them horrifically. The smog is too thick. And that's what goes down. Now, on the more black crime, at least it's not black on black crime like Tyrese Nichols, but a woman in Ohio had an issue at a McDonald's with her hamburger where she had paid for extra cheese. There was no extra cheese. She made them cook the burger again. They tried to make her pay for extra cheese again. Like she went outside and took the cheese off the burger. Anyway, they called the police. And after that, they beat her down. I have that video and I will run that for you guys. It's a shame that Black History Month starts off with so much crime on blacks, but that's why I felt it was important for me to report it for you guys. Every week, unfortunately, I have reported death in custody of young black men. But congratulations to Don Stanley, who became the highest paid black women's college basketball coach. She got a 7-year contract deal. I don't even want to tell you how much money she got. She just got the most money, all right? Let's congratulate the sister for going in and being the coach. There's a lot to build minds that are not connected, to be connected, and to succeed in a task. You need to know, nuclear doomsday could be coming due to the war. That's why I've been reporting to you all on the wars, because they all got nuclear weapons. And Putin may be at a standstill wall, backed up, and he already threatened to use the nuclear weapons. That's why the guy was at Congress a few weeks ago around Thanksgiving and getting weapons to fight off the nuclear missiles. Then they went and got some tanks. Then they went and got Germany and France. And then Russia went and got China. And then they already had underground importers. And they didn't gave Iran or Iraq. They probably gave both of them. I didn't get to that part yet, but it just came up to my temple. They didn't gave them guns. Russia. I'm telling you. So, the clock has been maintained since 1947 and is still used as a metaphor for the likelihood that we will blow ourselves up. Originally set at 7 minutes. "17 minutes to midnight" in 1991, right after the end of the Cold War. Some mistakenly believe the clock is a gauge to register international power. But according to scientists, it's intended to reflect basic changes. The Ukraine war has been driving a force in the latest round of fear by scientists, particularly because of Russian President Vladimir Putin's threats to use tactical nuclear devices. He wants to destroy the agriculture. The Ukraine war will cause a global famine if they end up nuclear war. And it could destroy all of us. If they just start fighting with nuclear weapons all the way across the seas, we will feel the effect. They just said they was finna send 31 tanks over there. Jimmy Carter just said, "Look, I ain't got nothing at home. I don't have no secrets. I got no nothing. Don't come looking for me, nobody. I ain't got nothing at home." Anyone want to join me for a barbecue and beer? Well, if I can get through tornadoes and floods and earthquake, mudslides, blizzards, and severe weather, you're welcome to join me at the beach. You know, we gotta maintain and stay survivors, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, we don't have to learn how to make gas masks to survive, but we already got masks on to survive, so we might as well get some knowledge on it. And I mean, I don't see them stop fighting over all the resources and everything in the Congo. So, and the trade, like I said, Ukraine is trading to the Congo. Russia want to live off the Black Sea area, which is right there. That's the trade to the Congo. And once they get China on, then they got the whole little loop-de-loop. You know, well, not once they get China on. Now that China is on, they got the whole little loop-de-loop. Don't get caught up, man. That's all I can say. Back to some hip-hop news. I'm so glad we done made a circle. The great DMC from Run DMC, Chuck D, and the great Ice-T, and the Mixmaster DJ, the great Jazzy Jeff, has just put out a song. I go uptown, I come back home, just me, myself, and my microphone. Hats off, DMC. That was one of my favorite lines that you ever did, man. You know what I'm saying? That's produced by Bumpy Knuckles. Check it out online. Now, it's some grown folks news. I'm pretty sure some exhibition is out here. Chicago is having the Undie Run. Cupid's Undie Run. Saturday, February 25th at 10 p.m. You gotta go find that out at Slugger's World Class Sports Bar. Once again, Slugger's World Class Sports Bar in Chicago. Have some fun, run around like you at the beach downtown. That's basically the deal. And some science news, if you get caught out in the dark, you can use a flashlight and a bottle and a gallon of water and it'll light the whole room. I love my time at the Hip Hop Historian. Unfortunately, this is some other Chicago news. They're dropping the charges against R. Kelly because he's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. That's the basics of it. That's what they're saying. So they're able to drop those charges. So whether he did it or not, they're not going to persecute for them. It seems like they get to pick what they want to do with you as a person, regardless. Now, this is all I'm going to say about R. Kelly. He was playing the game of rock and roll, which is sex, drugs, and everything else. He got too good for them and wouldn't be a puppet, so they locked him up. Because I put it to you like this. They ain't never persecute Elvis. They didn't never persecute Jerry Lee Lewis and everybody else who was doing what they be doing in them rooms that you can't go in unless you're doing it with them. We all know they exist, and that's just the reality of it. I remember I was just floating through, working downtown, and I got into one of them rooms that you ain't supposed to be in unless you're supposed to be there. But you know, they got rooms, they got rooms that sit right off the road on the lakefront with a view, and every female in there naked. And they just kicking it. It's Chicago. Money capital. You ever seen any bunnies in the city? I've actually seen bunnies here in the city. This is the bunny capital. Quit playing. But it's unfortunate for my man. He played the game too good for him. And they prosecuted him for it. To me, when I see those girls on that, all they were saying was they didn't get the deal they wanted. They didn't get a deal. I thought we was gonna make some. He was supposed to. We didn't get the deal. Salute to Ice-T and some hip hop news. Got a Walk of Fame. They're gonna give it to him on February the 17th for all his achievements as a hip hop artist. All around performer. Get down for the get out. Unfortunately, in world news, like I said, I'm doing all this black news today, man. So, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be long because we all cross the planet, y'all. Do you understand that? Jamaica is going to send police to help the Haiti chaos that's going on. In other words, Haiti has reached out to the UN numerous amounts of times, and Canada and the US have no concern to help them in their war and their struggle for equality and justification and everything. But as soon as Ukraine say we need some help, they're giving them everything they need. Is it because of the same reason why they fired the news lady and the anchor? Because of the melanin in your skin? I do believe it still could be. Jamaica Prime Minister said his government is willing to send soldiers and police officers to Haiti as a part of proposal multinational security assistance development. The announcement comes a week after UN Special Envoy for Haiti said she hoped that the UN Security Council would deal positively with pending requests from Haiti's government for international armed forces, despite the US and Canada showing no interest. So they want the workers from Haiti. They want whatever finances and resources you can get from Haiti. But if Haiti is in an uproar, let them natives go and destroy themselves. But if Russia and Ukraine is at an uproar, we gotta pick sides. That's a hell of a United Nation. The UN Security Council has mulled the request but taken no action, opting instead to issue sanctions on people including a dominant gang leader and former police officer blamed for masterminding multiple massacres. So they won't stop them, they just gonna put some sanctions on them. America, you know, that's kind of like how America played China because they owe China. But you don't know that? That's why the dollar ain't really doing that. But anyway, that means I don't want you to play with them, but I ain't finna mess with you. But you ought to know how to do that. That should be that may be something on the international network, institutionalized network that I put out. Ought to know how to do that. You ought to know how to do that. That's some old Southern stuff. And that's a wonderful thing that Jamaica is gonna help Haiti. On the track is Controlled Substance, Raw Hip Hop. Also, that's Half Block Entertainment. It's a double dutch. So enjoy the vibe. I mean, because the vibes are real. Now, you know I stay in the scientific. You know I stay in the stars, boy. We gotta flow. We floaters. They've noticed the whirlwind. Video shows mysterious whirlwind flying over Hawaii. A Japanese telescope spotted a glowing whirlwind like formation spinning through the night sky above a volcano in Hawaii earlier this month. Shortly after the SpaceX launched the navigation satellite into orbit. Remember I told you about the SpaceX and the Falcon 9s? They was firing off all kind of satellites and everything last month. So now you see a whirlwind. So basically what's going on is every time we shooting something out there, somebody out there is looking at us over there, looking at us over there. So, give me a minute with the news. My leg is acting up. Yeah. 9.9. I'll start talking about intergalactical situations with the whirlpool, and I got a blast of electromagnetic energy. That's how it goes. Tongue to executes criteria. I was flying over the dormant Mauna Kea volcano on January the 18th. The formation first appeared as a small swirling white object before emitting an arc-like wave and slowly spanning out into a spiral. The spiral then faded into a ring-like shape, ending a stunning visual transformation that was all caught on video. In the midst of the SpaceX launching the satellites from the Falcon 9 rockets. This was all the way over in Florida, and this was happening all the way over in Hawaii. Was that an intergalactical portal? I can't wait to see the research and everything that the brothers 19 Keys or Billy Carson does on the whirlwind. You know 19 Keys gonna talk about the whirlwind showing up, son. But at least that's how I believe it to go with knowledgeable brothers and sisters that I interact with or converse with. And on that note, the whirlwind, check it out, Google it, it's a video. You know I'm gonna go watch it. We're out. This has been the first Black History portion of our Hip-Hop Historian Institutionalized Network, live on 99.9. Check my peoples out. We got some promos, word of mouth food, endless hustle apparel. We got some more people coming. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get clearance from these people before I put their things up out here. Some people I'm just gonna promote, and some people I don't really talk to because people are particular with their business and where they want it to be and who they want to represent. And I'm a smoker, I'm a floater, I'm a gargoyle. Triple G! Live on 99.9. Thank you for tuning in. We got some music coming up for y'all and some dope art. Peace, love, and happiness. Like, strive, and subscribe. Like, subscribe, and share.
Hey, who was that walking down the street, man? None of your mother business, man. You need to mind your own. If you don't know who in the zone, on the route, close your mouth. I'm just a G-man. You can't see what you can't be, man. I'm just a G-man. You can't see what you can't be, man. Damn, I'm just a G-man. You can't see what you can't be, man. I'm just a G-man. You can't see what you can't be, damn. I stride with pride. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lion, I wanna be the king of the jungle when I ride. And I'ma do it to my best. Now what I need in my rest. Some baby fat hush bunnies. Cause what's a lion without a lioness? You little dummy, don't get caught. Now what my G for? Is it for grown? Is it the throne? Galvanized? Am I galoshes? I don't know. I like to sponsor sweet treats when I be on the street. I'm just a G-man, you know how I be. I'm just a G-man. You can't see what you can't be, man. I'm just a G-man. You can't see what you can't be, man. Damn, I'm just a G-man. You can't see what you can't be, man. I'm just a G-man. You can't see what you can't be, man. Wrong!
DJ Doctor Who. Live on 99.9.
Hey, yo, Kevin, you mix that shit, fool.
Chicago defense.
Always headed need for speed. Car colors suit my knees. Push a button, open up the roof. You can feel the breeze. Know who you are in. I try to keep the peace, but these the streets, so I stay observant and I keep the peace. Gotta watch the ones you love. They all come with masks and gloves. Give a hug, get you booking down and watch you bathe in blood. Yeah, the burden heavy, but I lift it like a shoulder shrug. They hold a grudge. I know you niggas weak, but I never judge. Another woman dipping fudge, standing tall and never budge. Being greedy leaves a smudge. A time when man never was. Best at putting together puzzles. Beauty lies within the struggle. Started turning up the hustle. Eliminate the entire huddle. Stand on the business when posted in churches, cause shoulders be riding with switches. Stand on the business, playing the game or warm up the benches. Stand on the business, get in my way and I handle my business. Stand on the business, from the curves and the corners, you stand on the business. I don't put my trust in many, don't know when I ride the city. Track the trailer, ride with Simi. Tell them goofies, come and get me. Look at what they did to Nipsey. They'll do the same to you. Catch you in that red joint and send you there as powder blue. Gotta trust your intuition or prepare for demolition. Cause these niggas quick to make you pay like a school tuition. So I keep the flaming sword, cross the line, flame the sword. Looking at they circle more squares than the checkerboard. That's how it lost its shape. Hit the weight, stay in shape. Standing up behind it when I crack, just to watch it shake. The conscious always spot the fake. While they would sleep, I stayed awake. Pocket watchers sitting, hating, cross they circle, number 8. Stand on the business when posted in churches, cause shoulders be riding with switches. Stand on the business, playing the game or warm up the benches. Stand on the business, get in my way and I handle my business. Stand on the business, from the curves and the corners, you stand on the business. Drawing off the signs and symbols, never had to tint the windows. Name forever golden in these streets, that's why I keep it simple. I'm the one that bears the light, loss of vision, kept the sight. These niggas bitches sham pipe, not a jersey but wore a mic. They just with feds dressed in red, wearing fez. Kill the body, take the head, land of the walking dead. This is just my observation, limits with the conversation. Sever all ties, contact, and communication. Swifter than the angel, stand still, aim, kill. If you love them, tell them chill. What's the hour? Break the seal. And falsehood these niggas deal. Listen, layers start to peel. Underneath there's nothing real. Chicago Bears, soldier, feel.
Live on 99.9. Like, share, and subscribe to Chicago's defense. This is a small promotional for my man Chicago Defense, you know what I'm saying? It's Black History Month. Love your people, share your people, like your peoples on all platforms that you know they own.
That's the line. In the ghetto. In the ghetto. That's the line. In the ghetto. In the ghetto. That's the line. See, ghetto life is kind of strife and trife, man. Most don't understand how you could live in the midst of your family and still run this game that because you see.
Jetson, living high, such a blessing. The car call his shuttle, scratching off and smacking puddles. Me, George Jetson, living high, such a blessing. Our car call his shuttle, scratching off and smacking puddles.
Hair wrap like Mansa Musa, spend 100 with the jeweler. Paint a pick like Rick the ruler. Money long, you need a ruler. Booby trap with the intruder. Ride a track just like a scooter. Tell them niggas have a seat, cause they CTA commuters. Pentagon got wooden floors. Take them weeks to do they chores. Like the man inside the course, except I took the rugged course. Hands against the wind, don't you feel the force? I got pulled like tug of war. Hit they tracks and start to snore.
Me George Jetson, living high, such a blessing. The car call his shuttle, scratching off and smacking puddles. Me George Jetson, living high, such a blessing. Our car call his shuttle, scratching off and smacking puddles. Me George Jetson, living high, such a blessing. The car call his shuttle, scratching off and smacking puddles. Me George Jetson, living high, such a blessing. Our car call his shuttle, scratching off and smacking puddles.
I pull up a hop out, I'm styling, I'm flexing, I'm looking like money. Real niggas salute me, for niggas gon' hate. Bad bitches be choosing the thoughts, they love me. But I ain't shitting on them yet, I'm getting my poop on. Niggas out there hating, cut it out, coupon. S550 old black, my roof gone. I ain't bother nobody, I'm in my zone. I'm an asshole, defense, that's my astro, I mean my dog. Fuck you, I mean fuck y'all, get you knocked off with one phone call. So you should probably just stay in your body. I'm humble and focused, but I'll catch a body. Swag through the roof, they calling me cocky. Bad bitch from Peru, she calling me Poppy.
George Jetson, living high, such a blessing. The car call his shuttle, scratching off and smacking puddles. Me George Jetson, living high, such a blessing. Our car call his shuttle, scratching off and smacking puddles. Me George Jetson, living high, such a blessing. The car call his shuttle, scratching off and smacking puddles. Me George Jetson, living high, such a blessing. Our car call his shuttle, scratching off and smacking puddles.
DJ Dr. Who.
Me George Jetson. Me George Jetson, living high.
Live on 99.9. Live on 99.9. It's hip hop's anniversary.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. DJ Dr. Who.
So don't walk around whining. Don't they see us struggling, dog? I mean,
It's dedicated to all the crooked cops.
my stomach beat my back. I know when I turn on my TV, all I see is my penis getting beat up, toe up and blow up. By $1.05, kicking the booty ass. showstop. Buck 05, kicking the booty ass cop. I'm sick of seeing my niggas being showstop. Buck 05, kicking the booty ass cop. I seen a lot of cops with blocks and blocks with spots and pipes get hot. 40 of my niggas done dropped up on the line. You put me in a stage of rage and I grab that gauge. Oh, I'm on this page and the tempo is texture, my nigga. You can't fade it when I come wrecking, my nigga. Put the clip in the lip, the back walks on the block, crouch like a gargoyle. Hold on to ball you up like aluminum foil and put you in the microwave, cause an explosion. Cause I'm laid in the shade, I thought you knew this, or know this. My maid is in my head, the punk ass pigs, they try to get me in and get them out of there. One thing is you further understand me, my culture will bring you the ringer. But they rhyme. Be my chest smoking SS every day, inclined. Yeah. And I'm sick of seeing my niggas getting stopped on the grind. I'm sick of seeing my niggas being showstopped. Buck 05, kicking the booty ass cop. I'm sick of seeing my niggas being showstopped. Buck 05, kicking the booty ass cop. I'm sick of seeing my niggas being showstopped. Buck 05, kicking the booty ass cop. Being the man with institutionalized theories. Oh no, you ain't think that you don't hear me or you bound just to fit me. Come near me, let me teach you treacherous intents of people that's natural. It's lawfully in America, the government, they represent that shit. They represent that shit. It's all kind of drugs, informations, and fashions up in your water, your food, and your basket. Why native get a mask, taking all your cash because the payday was wrong for me. I don't know your ways, they injecting you, they wrecking you. This ain't a brand real with all kind of things. Assume that it's good to you. But I ain't like it when they enforce their rules. I'm priceless, planted as a gift from the maker. What you taking? And I'm sick of seeing my niggas getting showstopped. Buck 05, kicking the booty ass cop. I'm sick of seeing my niggas being showstopped. Buck 05, kicking the booty ass cop. You feel me? No doubt. It's real, B. Yeah, GSB, homie. I don't know what you see when you see in the mirror. Understand, I ain't the trick of the month. Only donations I'm making, the smoking, the blunts. Yeah, I'm chiefing with moles and some of them foes and some of them holes. You know, keeping my billboard tight. The roots in the bank, bitch. Stop that with dank. I'm sick of seeing my niggas being showstopped. They making us walk the plank. I'm sick of seeing my niggas being showstopped. Buck 05, kicking the booty ass cop. I'm sick of seeing my niggas being showstopped. Yeah, it's that middle finger flavor for you niggas. Hell raising the block. Float on, little river. Build up a dam, expand your plan. The funkiest texture, man. Natural American laws. Natural American laws. They were starving, man. The government. That was cold blooded what they did to the men. They fed them. Then they came back and beheaded them. I'm sick of seeing my niggas being short-stopped. It's a lot of people say it's over because Obama president. I'm loving the way you represent, but check this shit. Turn on the TV. You see my niggas being showstopped. Buck 05, in the booty ass job.
You don't hang on the corners like us, cuz. Bust two shots at the wrongs, holler one love. Or you lose your player points, I'm an apostrophe. That mean I'm higher than them hoes thought they ought to be. A G or not, I see a pot full of chips. Aw shit, I'm a spoon, no whip or no tip. I learned how to dip. Nickels to dime, water to wine. Don't test me on the grind. Shines for them shoes. I'm giving.
Like this little map. It's called a universe. We ain't dealing with no hate, baby.
Why would
Full
we?
of dimensions, extensions. You gotta rotate.
I
Vibe,
feel you, son.
demonstrate, elevate.
What else?
We mind create
Broadcasting live.
like a master.
No doubt.
Unless
13
you're
in it.
99.9. Just a superficial bastard.
Damn.
I'm telling you, man,
Man,
I don't know what your troubles is and what your times. They probably
Doing
the
all
same
that
backlash.
money in it.
Been built on the ground while you
Razzmatazz for
I
cash.
was shining all the time.
Yeah.
Front what I done, baby.
The
You
grind.
better not lie. I'm telling you why. Peaceful likes coming to a town. Just like a theater. Boy, what you do? It's been
Word bond, man.
and the rest of the motherfucking middle finger crew. BB to take a bitch and have her on a date. Fill her full, then have her a
Excel.
scrotum. Damn, we
Middle
ain't
finger
even know
like
them.
that.
And that's the way it is when you rolling through the shine upside down.
Yeah, nigga.
It's
Not
kinda
the
try.
one with the bozo nose, though. I'm the no those one for hoes. I told y'all.
And if you hate that,
when I
then
wrote
hate
it
your
on the
face.
wall, dog.
Stick it in the trash
So
while
I
I'm
had to
busting on the
engrave it
gas,
in
cause I don't know your ass that good. You like breakable, shakeable, takeable, makeable.
The cipher runs the
And that's
way you live.
everything here. So hip to my
Last
loop.
day,
I'm coming to a
it
town
elevates
near you.
past the
You better not front, you better not lie, you better not steal. I'm telling you real. Lyrics come out from the gun. Love to cough off a lung, smoking so much doja. They got a whole soul. And at the same time, I'm in the land of the lost tribes. So I read my scribes in stride. You see me, boy? I ain't no toy. Kids won't like till I'm out of here. Right inside, standing on my square, pulling out my motherfucking hair. Cause I can't understand how a nigga could chrome sound another nigga in the same land with you cash. It's like Japan and Korea. I'm hanging on the outskirts. You don't wanna see us, you don't wanna be us, you don't wanna kneel down to the farm and get your shit to break when you fall to touch. You don't wanna think of the rage of the business. If we raise up to this motherfucking surface, they gon' say they was worth it. Or would we say that we was worthy? Cause even clergy can't serve me. Have you heard me? He's absurd, B. But at the same time, he knee deep in this shit, so deep the devil mama wants to flirt, but he always raising up a skirt. He'll take a look, he'll take a book, he'll take a cook, and then he'll go around the block and say, look what I shook, look what I shake, look what I make.
Study yourself. Become your own mentor and best friend. When you are suffering, stay at the bottom until you find out who you are as a light being. Let the storm come and pass. How you walk through the fire says a lot about you. You're an electromagnetic being. Nobody likes a victim mentality. And what happened to you is not important. It's about how you use your chaos. Because the dawn will come. The sun is gonna shine on your pineal gland and energize you once again, regardless of where you are in the universe. So rise up to the top like the queen. It's a Doctor Who remix. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna write some words of wisdom for y'all too, though.
Must have been in the ocean all your long as you came my way. Pretty. What's good, baby? You know your daddy kinda lazy, I'm hazy. Where you at, mommy? them damn toes, girl. Fuck, I must have broke the mold, girl. I'm gonna tell you a girl like Mary J. Just get up in you like every day. I ain't trying to play no games. I'm here to beat these motherfucking pussies up every which way, but loose.